Oof, not had a good cup of tea. Mind you, this is coffee, what we're talking about. Out of this cup for ages. Well, here we are. Hello. Hi, my turn. The bird's going to land on this in a minute. Nana. No. She likes to sit on the phone. I'm just going to see if female people come in. This is just a quick off the bat thing. Yeah, when I went to my mum's today, me and my sister, we were talking about, I know, this is actually from America, it's from New York, when I went to New York a few years ago. I'll be keeping it forever. And on the way home, I'm tripping it all over myself now, we got sent a few videos on some things, and I've actually posted it on the community page if you've not seen it, with a certain Putin. And there was one of Mr. T as well. And I got quite emotional because I thought, phew, I think it's from a few weeks ago on a rally or a few months ago. You'll know what I mean. Go to my community page and you'll see what I mean. And I was like to my sister, I can't even imagine I couldn't say weight on your shoulders, or, don't even know if that's the right word. I couldn't even think of a word to say, if you know what that video means. But I will speak again in a minute. I'm just going to have a few sips of my drink because I don't know if anyone's going to come in. Anyway, 3 thumbs up, so there must be 3 there. But I'll just wait a few minutes because I'm not staying on for long. I'm still doodling away here. And stuff. And my fellow will be back from tennis, and now they've gone playing snooker. I said, good, if you deserve it, go and do whatever you want. Get out with your mates. But yeah, if you've seen the video, some people will understand it. Some people think, oh my God, how are you supporting that person? It's like, well, if you know, you know, and if you don't, you don't. But the tears that you see, I mean, there's one of Mr. T as well, is about to know what's going on in the world, and to know what's been going on in the world for a very long time, and the people who are helping bring that down, as we all know, have been speaking about this since 2017, goes with Mr. T as well, is all the lies that have been told about both them people by the media, of course, and the people that follow suit with that because they believe the media will believe the stories that are going out about them still now. And what's going on in certain countries is his fault, talking about his mate, the other one. And it isn't true when you look into it. And the reason why they both had tears in their eyes at certain rallies and things that have happened recently or a couple of months ago is because of the support they're getting from the people. Power to the people, giving back to the people is a support, because the people who really do the research know what's going on. And I was just saying to my sister, I can't fathom, I can't even speak, can't even say the right words of how you would be in that position, knowing, obviously it's all lies, even Mr. T knows that, and holding it all together, because obviously they're holding it all together is because they know, you know, they are bringing it down. There'll be pockets of people that will never see right until the end, but that isn't for us to sort of tell them people. They're going to see in the end anyway. I can't even express what I mean, but like, you have to be strong kind of people to stand up in front of that many people, and worldwide, by the way, because that's massive, to be, you know, the faces of their country and have all this shit thrown at them worldwide, getting hate worldwide off millions of people, when you know what's going down really, and the people are going to see in the end of really what's going on. You can tell by his expression on his face and everything. I can't even say what the right word is, because a lot of us know how it feels with knowing certain things and trying to get truths out about certain things, and family and friends and all that not understanding or getting it, or going against you, or you're falling out with people, or, you know, people think you're mad and crazy, only on a small scale, but that scale is massive. And I said to my sister, Even the things we think we know and we think we've seen, when they've seen them things in real life that you really wouldn't want to see, if you get what I'm saying with certain things, I'm not even going to say it on air because you know what YouTube's like, is I couldn't even fathom it. Like, the horrors, couldn't even, just, I can't even speak. But when I saw that video, I just thought, talk about warriors, talk about strong people with the faith in God as well, of, you know, you sacrifice so much, as in getting ridiculed. These people on a big, massive scale, ridiculed. We all get ridiculed for certain stuff, especially if you're in the conspiracy theory, which isn't a conspiracy anymore, as people are seeing. But I'm talking that level, that high level, is, do you have to have some balls? Yes. Do you have to stand up and just take it? Yes, because you know what's coming in the end anyway. The light, the truth, the information. Like I said, light means information. Dark is lack of information, which the media keep a lot of people in the dark. But it's all coming. And to hold that together, I mean, to stand on stage like that as well, I mean, after, behind the scenes, I've got 5 for 5 there. You'd be bawling just for the pure love of people that are showing the support, and more that is going to come over this year and moving forward. And the only thing that, when I'm talking to people about this stuff off YouTube, it's like, do you know what's crazy? Because people will always say, and I still get it on this channel, oh, you said this years ago, you said that years ago, oh, when they're going to do this and I can't see it. It's like, I've said before, been going on for centuries. Do you think it's really going to be done in a click of a finger when it's worldwide and it's been infiltrated in everything? You know, all areas, that absolutely everything, multi-layered, everything. And people still sit there and say, ooh, when's it gonna, I can't see anything. Do you know what I mean? I'm just like, Jesus, people. I think the timeline's out in the open. You can see it. And you can get on that timeline. I'm on that timeline. I believe the timelines is out in the open. It's just not for those that know, but the timeline's probably not there for people who can't see at the minute. You know, if you want to get on that timeline, you can get on that timeline. And the timelines have shifted. That's been going on for quite a while. But I don't mean the people who know, I mean the people who don't know. And I think, you know, people will have the same sort of way of thinking when they realise that what has gone on and how it's been very cleverly done over centuries. You know, and you can't blame people for not knowing, because it's brainwashing, and that they will feel the love for these people, you know, high up, that have come in to help with this. And even the video I put up before of Mr. doing the whole, there's a storm coming, when we always thought it was year after, it wasn't. It's happened. It's happening all over the world. If you've not noticed, the news out there is crazy. The things that get reported on many different things is crazy. They have to report on shit, obviously, but yeah, I just think it's amazing. Been saying this for ages. It is amazing. No, it can't happen overnight. Hi, Ricardo. But a lot of people think, when, like, for example, when I've been talking about this whole Q movement since 2017, people go, oh, when was this happening? When was that happening? You go back to them posts if you can find them, and you'll see what's happened. But you get a lot of people still saying, you know, it's that woe is me thing of, oh, I wish they'd do this. I wish someone would do something about it. What do you think's going on in the world right now? Why do you think there's so much shit going on and weird things and all this pushing for this, that and the other in so many different areas, you know, gender, this, that and the other, all sorts. Yeah. And why do you think there's so many people that seem to have gone down with illnesses now in the celebrity stadium, and so many weird things that are happening? It's like, really? The news would report something different, but we all know something different's going on. I'm going to sneeze. Bless me. Yeah, it just gets my goat sometimes. I think, do people really not understand? And I've said this about 10 times of plan was put in place way back. That's had to come in through the years, through the decades, gathering good people, doing this, doing that, and putting with people in the right places high up to act like something but really be a part of the good, if you get what I'm saying. It's a plan. Just like this person said many moons ago, he had a so-called mafia person working for him. People say, well, he must have been one. No, he clearly said, I'd rather have someone I can keep my eyes on, basically. He said, keep friends close and your enemies closer. Well, of course, then you know what they're doing. And collateral damage will always happen, but they've tried to do it in a way where it's not as much as it would have been done. And it's had to come in over time because it's massive, it's worldwide, it's layered in all sorts of areas that people wouldn't even think about, but it is. So it's just like, Jesus, people. If you can't see it now, you never will, but you will really in the end. You might be the last pockets of people, but you will. Yes, once you've woke up to a certain point, you can see through all the lies. Exactly, Ricardo, and that's why I've been saying, even with the Q movement, it was a bit like, yeah, we thought it was year after year after. You can clearly see it's now. That was all put out to help people to navigate. Basically, that's what it was. It's just a navigating system. They didn't put everything on it because that side were all also looking at it as well, trying to figure out what they were doing next, if you get what I'm saying. Oh, really? On the Tea Tower? I went in one of the Tea Towers when I went to New York. I had to go in. I was like, oh my God, I need to go in. It was great. You know what I'm saying? People need to chill the beans. This is happening whether you believe it or not. It's happening whether you can't see it or not. It's happening. It's happening. But like I said, it's always that thing of the people who are always like, I can't see anything. When they're going to start doing this? It's like, you can't see anything. You think that thing in America that's in charge at the minute is what is that? What is that? What is that? Clever plan though, isn't it? You don't let certain somebody didn't get in when we thought he would. But you can't tell the people, you have to show them. So let them have their way for a little while, only a short while the other person, Mr. B, makes a total tit out of himself and everyone can see it. So they can see for their own eyes what that person isn't. So when they see what this person is and will be again, you get a lot of people saying, yes, but, you know, it's two sides of the coin. They work for the same side. Don't think so. Slightly a lot different. I wouldn't say slightly, a lot different. A lot different than it's ever been. If you think that, good for you. But to me, that's not what's going on. And a lot of people would back me up on that. It's not what's going on at all. You don't let everybody wake up through showing certain things so the whole world wakes up. Do you really think they want the whole world to wake up? Whole world wakes up because they're only the 1%, remember. Game over. Doesn't work like that. So it's like I said, but I've noticed there's still people that are still in that cycle, because I was talking to my sister about friends that we know that are still in the shouty anger mode and they haven't moved. It's a bit like people in flat earth, just want to say that. Not that I'm against that, just saying, they just go on and on and on about the same thing and they never move. That's not to offend people, just saying, you know, you've got to move forward because we're building new foundations. You've got to move forward. There's a lot of people still in the queue that are still shouting and screaming, when you just need to learn what you need to learn and move forward, because it's still happening, it's going on. Yes, it's frustrating because, you know, you want certain people to see. They will do in the end. I said to a friend the other day, there'll be pockets of people that will hold on to it right to the end, won't see it right till the very end before it flips totally, because the media won't be able to report on it, and there's bits coming out because of everything that's coming out. And I've got 7 and 7 there, validation again. It's amazing. I just said to my sister, girl, you never thought you'd be at this stage in your life where you woke up feeling like, some people might say a dream or a nightmare, but woke up and gone, I just don't believe what's going on at the minute. But it's amazing. It's been hard, but it's good because it also makes you look at yourself. But it's been amazing because it just is. And I said to my sister, even all the things when I was younger, I've been awake to stuff without knowing I was awake to stuff, because there were certain things I wasn't into, I didn't get, I didn't like. There were certain singers I weren't into at the time, and it all makes sense now. And it's mad. And by the way, yes, I've changed my name a million times and I've changed it back to Dolly Daydream because of a poem that my sister read out to me today, because my sister is very creative as well. And 2 poems that she's made, one's about, was beautiful. And I'm not going to read them out because I'm going to let her get them out in whatever form she's doing it, in a poem storybook or something. That's what she's planning on doing. I'll let her get that out first because we don't want people stealing, because that does go on as well. As in, I was laughing at the Ed Sheeran thing about music. I didn't know that someone's accused him of stealing before. I'm not saying he is, but we know that happens in them industries, and the people who have made stuff, and it happens all over. You know, it happens all over. I mean, it goes on and all sorts of different platforms. Hi, The Great Awakening. Yes, where we go, when we go, exactly so. Yeah, I don't want to put that out there because it's her thing, and I want to let her get that out in the form that she wants to get it out. And then when she has, I'll read it out to you, and you'll understand about the Dolly Daydream back again, because it just made me think, oh no, that's, yeah, no coincidence. But it was beautiful. My sister's very good with the poetry, and it was sweet. And my sister, 2 years younger than me, but she's very how would you say, she's like me with the way we think about the world, as in otherworldly things as well. You know, like my mum today said the weirdest thing. We were sat there, mum's more thinking, oh, what, and I said, Mum, do you ever live in the now? Because you don't need to be thinking about that, because you're in the now, so you're fine. But she always thinks about dying. That's what she said today. But then we started laughing. She went, well, I didn't today because you two were coming down there to sort everything out. I said, Mum, you've been going on about this since you were a young girl, saying that you always had this fear. I said, and my sister was like, do you believe in the afterlife? And she was like, oh, I don't know. I said, well, we do, you know. But I said, it's okay if you do or you don't, because if you don't and you think you just go, you won't know anyway. You don't have to worry about us. It's us who'd be upset, but again, we know you're still here because me and my sister believe in the afterlife, because energy doesn't, you know, die. You're just a different form of energy. You might not be this, and you might not be here in the physical this, but you're still here. I said, that's what we believe. But my mum's very like, I'm just like, Mum, you need to be in the now. You're here right now and you're fine and everything's going all right. So don't worry about anything else. So she's always like, yeah. I said, this is why you probably need a hobby, because I'm always drawing and doodling and bringing my magic imagination onto paper. I said, Mum, if you did something, it'd take your mind off thinking about silly things. You've got too much time on your hands, like, to be thinking, because you're not doing sometimes. So if anyone gets what I'm saying. But it's funny because she's always had that, yeah, light beings, as Yoda said. Funny like that with certain stuff. I said, yeah, people think about how big the universe is, and wouldn't it be mad if you weren't here, because what would there be? There would be nothing, and wouldn't that be weird? But you wouldn't know, because you wouldn't be anything. So I said, Mum, just don't think, because you think too much. I said, I don't think and worry about stuff that much, because I just don't. It's just not me. I'll go and draw or something. So, you know, that's another reason why I believe art, creating, is so magical. And me and my sister were talking about that today, because we came here to create. We're creator beings. That means you're creating your world of how you want it to be. And it's something that gives you joy, that you can give to other people, that benefits the world. You know, you want to bring something that benefits the world. So new innovations, new whatever, that's what we're here to do. It's just remembering that you're here to do that, and what is it you actually like to do, which I'm banging on about every day I'm on YouTube. I've always banged on about this from the time I came on YouTube. You know, you get energies and people try to pull you down. You get this, that, and if you get that in life, you get it on here, you get it everywhere. You've just got to carry on doing what you want to do. So yeah, it's crazy. But what I was trying to say was, the video that I put up on the community page with the Mr. P is just like, take some strength with Mr. T as well. Can't imagine the scale of it, what they know as well. It makes me emotional sometimes. Just every now and again I have to be like, oh my God, it's emotional, folks. It is emotional. It'll be emotional when the whole world's awake, do you know what I mean? But it'll be emotional in a good way as well, because it's like, hey, building foundations. It's already happening behind the scenes. There's things being built behind the scenes, new things coming in. But, you know, it's just great when we're all going along with it. A bit like Q said, you know, we're all going together. We're all helping each other to do this. And no one's going to get left behind. And, I could read something out, but I can't because it's on my phone. But There was the saying ages ago of we're building a new world. I'll have to read it out maybe tomorrow because it's on my phone, so I can't get it. It was a key post, and it's just beautiful. Light beings, light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, well, Yoda always said we are not this crude matter. We are beings of, was it luminous beings? We are the luminous beings, or whatever the quote was. Love Yoda. And it's true. And I can't wait for people to see how very wrong they were about this person and a Mr. P. Doesn't mean people don't get things wrong, because we're all there learning and evolving, hopefully, from our, whatever we call as mistakes. All mistakes means is take a mistake. So take that, do it again. If you do a few more mistakes, it's just a mistake, just do it again. Do it again till you get it right. Do it again till you get it right. We didn't come here with instructions. We're just remembering to be good people. With boundaries, by the way. You have to have boundaries. You have to have boundaries. It's like, I'm doing a piece of art. Would I put it on the floor? Everyone just walking over it. Would I put a little boundary around it to say, you know, please do not walk all over it? Of course I would. I wouldn't want people just walking all over it, because some people would just walk all over it. Then you wouldn't be able to see the beauty and keep it safe in that sense of things, you know? Not finished it. That was just a bit of a doodle. The mouth went a bit wrong. It was a bit over one side, but I like doing little doodles. I'm using this book up now to warm myself up, because there's a big picture in the corner that I'm going to show tomorrow. It's a painting that I did. It does look like crystal castles. Battery's about to go in a minute. But I'll show you in the daylight tomorrow at some point, if I can get on in the afternoon. I called it crystal castles because it looks like crystal castles in the sky. It looks like heaven. But yeah, maybe before this battery dies, I might be able to show it a little bit, tell the truth, because I might start doodling on it tomorrow before I come on, and then you won't know what it looks like. So let me just see if I can grab it. This was, I named it, it's nowhere near finished, but it ended up like this, and I don't know why. I called it Crystal Castles because this in the background looks like, I don't know if you can see, crystal castles, sort of, but I haven't finished it off, so I don't really know what's going on with it. I'm trying to get it down. Let's see. And it's nowhere near finished. But it'll either end up being a Crystal Castle sort of picture with some mad stuff on it, or it'll totally end up being something else, because that's what tends to happen to my artwork and my fella's artwork. So I don't really know what's going to be on it. I could paint over it, I don't know, but I've left it over there because I'm sort of looking at it. My other artwork thing is there. Can you see how big it is? It's on the wall. I put it on the wall. Oh my God. Right, turned the wrong way around now. What's going on? I've put it on the wall for now because I'll just keep looking at it, what I want to add to it. So I've got one corner nearly done, another corner nearly done, and then I've got these two corners in a big circle in the middle. So I've got that going on. So I'm just sort of sat here looking at it. But I've been a bit off today because it's a moon cycle for me, if you get what I'm saying. So I'm a bit like, whoa. But I'm just going to sit here and I'm just colouring in this thing and warming up to what I'm going to do. And we've got 9 and 9 in. Oh, we keep going double numbers there. The 99%. Woohoo! So, yeah, thank you. The Great Awakening, when we go, we are you are one. Exactly. So, even though I've took a little step back from talking the mad crazy stuff on that, because there isn't any more I can really say, it's all there. A video came up the other day, I was laughing where I think it was you, no it wasn't you, Martin, it was Fire Flames. Someone commented on a video from a few years ago on JFK Jr. And when I looked, I went, where did all these comments come from? There was 200. I mean, I know what YouTube do. And then I was like, oh my God, it had 14, my mum's trying to ring me, she's just rang me, 14,000 or more views on it, which I was like, yeah. And I didn't even see half of these comments, and I was like, oh my God, why has that just popped up now? No coincidence. So like I said to someone the other day, when the big booms come, because more are coming of like proper waking up, that's when I'll be talking more on it, but more with just a calmer tone, because obviously way back when I used to talk about it, used to be like a bit crazy mad sometimes because of the other stuff we were finding out about. And this is why I say you have to learn how to digest all that and not absorb it all and move forward, and then you become calmer. You go through the crazy bad stage, shouty stage. There's a lot of people still in that stage. That's fine. They will move from it. Some people take longer than others, but it's like observing, as we know, as Q always said, sit back with the popcorn, because it is data out there at the minute, but it has to be done to be shown, to help the people see. It's the only way we can do it, because they don't listen. People don't listen. They hear a lot that they want to hear, that they think they hear, other thoughts and things of people, so they believe it, and especially with the media. So they need to see it, and this is why it's happening the way it is, and more things will keep coming out. That's the way it's got to happen. It's a way of letting people wake up like they think they've done it as well, if you get what I'm saying. Makes more sense. It's happening, good times are coming. Yeah, and I can safely say now that all the people, I reckon there's a few people that sort of used to come at me a few years ago thinking I was crazy and not seeing stuff, are seeing a lot now to do with a certain somebody and the letter 17. But actually, those things are all actually have been happening and happening more and more. And it makes more sense because it ain't a conspiracy anymore. So, yeah, it's exciting. We didn't know how long it'd take. We didn't know when, we thought, I think in 2017 it'd be like 18 or maybe 19. Moving on quite a few years. It's going to keep carrying on. Like I said, it's a big plan. That thing's been in for a very long time, so obviously it's going to take time, but the more it goes on, the easier it's getting, and the more people are seeing, and the more beautiful it is. So, as this is going on, this is why I always say, find something to focus on, find new things, because new foundations will be being built, and then they'll be needing people for them, and new ways, and yeah, another chat I'll probably talk about on. But I just wanted to come and say that because my battery's going to go in a minute, is keep the faith and the strength. I know it's hard, but this is why I say focus on something, a hobby. It's getting lighter now, it's spring and summer, so it's going to be a lot easier for people because everyone's out, you can see friends, all the shit's beginning to fall with other stuff, even though they're trying to pump stuff out. But, that's why I art and stuff, it's things that take you to another place while this is going on, so you don't have to be distracted by all that crap. Is distract yourself with the things that you love, because that's the best way to do it. But yeah, so thanks for those who have come in. You can barely draw a stick figure. If you kept drawing a stick figure and adding a little bit and doing a little bit and practicing, you will get better, trust me. Because I've always drawn, and I draw more like whimsy stuff, like sort of things. It all comes out in my head anyway. But the more you practice with anything you want to do out there, you've got to put the work in. You've got to do the work. If you want something, you want to be something, or you want to start a change and you want to do something, then you're going to have to go and do something, or practice daily, or whatever it is, or when you can, to do it. As I've said, people who might sit there watching in the UK, oh, well, I don't, they're watching Coronation Street, they're doing this, they're doing that. Well, switch it off and go and do something else. Go and practice for an hour, or whatever it is. Get yourself on a course, do whatever it is you want to do, and it'll keep you focused off the other stuff that is just happening, whether you're doing something or not, it is happening, and it's going to carry on. So, yes, I will let you all go. I'm going to go now and enjoy just chilling out and colouring in a little bit of my things, and I'll see you at some point tomorrow. Now it's 11:11. Got to go on that number, and I will see you soon. Where we go, one we go. I'll see you later. Bye. Thank you. Yes, good night to you all as well. I can't get off.